You ready?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's get it over with.
Point me in.
Let's do it.
Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I am your host, Elliot Pierre, and we're going to start this off the same way we start every episode off, with a moment of gratitude. I know that you could be doing a million other things with your time, but the fact that you spend it with us truly does mean the world to me. So thank you. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
How's she cutting me, loves? You're listening to the Mac City Morning Show.
Hey everybody, Keith Simpson here from Norrell Toyota. Just a quick chat about the wonderful community we live in here. As you guys know, we support the Oil Barons. We've joined the drive-in movie theater. We're involved in the marathon here in Fort McMurray, and make sure we're taking care of the kids and all the local businesses, all the local charities, and all the local foundations, guys. That's what makes this community such an amazing place to live.
And we are back. Big shout out to our title sponsor, Norrell Toyota, for their ongoing support. We do appreciate it, so thank you very much. On that note, I do not introduce my guests because they can do a better job at that than myself. So can you please tell everybody at home who you are and what you're about?
Hi, I'm Crystal Jamieson.
Great last name. Yeah.
I'm from Nova Scotia.
Okay.
I moved to Fort McMurray 12 years ago, and I am a Red Seal welder by trade.
Okay.
Yes. And I opened a small business a year ago called Clear Canvas Laser Tattoo Removal.
Okay.
Yes.
What a great intro, because I got lots of questions based on that. Okay, so welder. How did you get into welding?
Welding. Well, let's say 15 plus years ago,
Yeah.
I walked into my uncle's garage,
Okay.
and he was building a bumper for his quad.
Okay.
And by the light, I was instantly attracted to the light, like most
Right.
women, like anything
Yeah. Flashy.
flashy
Yeah.
and sparkly.
Yeah.
Anyways, so then I had asked him, "What are you doing? What is this?"
Yeah.
And he said, "It's welding." So I was like, "Can I try?" I'm always a hands-on type of person, so
Right.
I was quite excited to try something that was so bright.
Mhm.
And sure enough, I ended up finishing welding up his bumper for him.
That's awesome.
So I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's like art to me.
Yeah.
So after we left, we were heading home or whatever, and I asked my parents, like, can I make money doing this?
Hmm. Yeah. Good question.
Because it's just like art, and I love anything that has to do with art or being artsy and crafty. And,
Right.
yeah, so I went right into school, into trade school right away.
And this is back in Nova Scotia?
Back in Nova Scotia, yeah.
What school?
I went to Akerley,
Okay.
NSTC.
Okay.
So.
Women in trades, that's not the most popular thing out east, especially for your trade. I used to be the chairman for the Welding Association here in Fort McMurray.
Oh, wow.
And so there was a big push to get women into welding in particular.
Yeah.
And lots of money was spent, like, nationally to do so. So you're like a trailblazer in that 15 years ago being in that field.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. So are you red ticketed? You must have been if you were here in Alberta.
Yeah.
Red sealed, yeah.
I am red seal, yeah. I
Wow.
obtained my red seal, and then it was a few months later I moved to Fort McMurray.
Okay.
Yeah. On
Very
the five-year
cool.
five-year
5-year plan, like
Five-year
everybody.
plan,
That's right. So what kind of welding do you do?
I've been with the same company
Okay.
since I moved here.
Okay.
SMS Equipment.
Okay.
So I get contracted out.
Right.
Right now I'm currently posted at Syncrew Truck Shop, so I'll work on the
Okay.
trucks, heavy haulers, support equipment, like dozers, graders,
Yeah.
and then anything from shovel outages, so working on the shovels and confined space and whatnot.
Okay.
Just
Very cool.
Crack chasers.
See, I wouldn't have guessed that based on like when you messaged in to be on the show, tattoo removal. So welding was totally not in my mindset. It's a weird thing that I know about because for over 7 years I worked for a company in town called Accurin.
Yes.
I was their HR manager, and so we did weld inspection.
Yes.
So I know a little bit about welding, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's transition to why you really came here today, though, is to promote your business. So what's that about?
So a few years ago, before I opened my business,
Yeah.
I love welding. I love it. I love it very much. But 12 years in night shifts
Yeah.
really is taking a toll on anybody. Really, night
That's right.
shift. Either you're born for it or you're not. And
Yeah.
I wanted to start working from home and do something that was a little easier on my body. I am getting older.
Yeah.
So I mentioned to my husband, I want to get into something that's going to be easier on me and
Right.
my body in the future, and I'll be able to take it anywhere I'll be able to go. And it's like, when your phone's listening to you.
Yes, I do actually.
Well,
yeah.
anyways, and before I took my welding, got into the welding.
Yeah.
I had enrolled in my business admin and took marketing, and I knew someday I would own a business.
Right.
But I never really pursued with that or moved forward with that because
Right.
I went on a different chapter with the welding. So
Right.
having a little bit of marketing and business on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, my phone was listening to me one day, and I started seeing these videos of laser tattoo removal.
Okay.
And then I started noticing on social media, like the Fort McMurray Girl Gang, Fort McMurray Side Jobs, Fort McMurray Everything Goes, and there's quite a few people asking, where in town can you go for tattoo removal?
Really?
I'm tired of driving to Edmonton because we all know Edmonton's a very long and can be quite expensive.
Yeah.
Quick.
Oh, yeah.
1 day, 2
Well,
day
every time you
trips.
go down there, like you're gonna get a hotel and you're gonna spend because you're there. You're gonna eat out. Like
That's right.
it's a minimum of $1,000.
Yeah, and then obviously Costco.
That's right. Yeah, the Costco. That's
So
right. There you
Costco.
go. Yeah.
But the videos, I just went down a rabbit hole watching laser tattoo removal,
Okay.
and I got right addicted to it. So I constantly started researching, and when I find something I like, I just research the
Okay.
crap out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just enrolled in a course right away and called my husband. I think I was on my coffee break at work, and I said, "Yeah, I just enrolled for a month course in Edmonton for a technician's course."
Oh, cool.
So, and then here we are today. So I've been open a year.
Yeah.
It is in my home.
Yeah.
It's a small
That's
home-based business.
Yeah.
Looking to grow eventually. But,
Yeah.
and I just love it.
That's
I love
cool.
it. Yeah.
So, do you have any tattoos?
I do.
Okay.
And yes, I am removing them.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, I had one year.
Fascinating.
I had one years ago when tattoo removal was just starting to evolve.
Right. You had one removed years ago, you mean?
Years and years ago,
Okay.
back in Nova Scotia.
Okay.
And then I did a lot of backpacking, so to reward myself, I got a tattoo.
Right.
Yeah, actually, it was in Australia,
Okay.
and I thought that was like to remember my trip by. Well,
Yeah.
now it's not so much something I want to keep,
Right.
so I am removing it myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't have any tattoos.
Okay.
Like I'm an anomaly like that now, especially in this day and age. So I'm going to ask like a really stupid question.
No questions are stupid.
Which one hurts more? Removal or getting the tattoo?
I would honestly.
Yeah.
Well, the thing was with laser
Yeah.
is that it's fast.
Okay.
So
yeah.
like getting the tattoo is hours
Right.
versus the tattoo removal, which is like a tattoo this size
Yeah.
would be like 30 seconds of
Okay.
irritation pain.
Now with the removal though, because I do have like we were chatting a little bit before, I have a friend of mine who went through the process. It's more than one visit, correct? Like I'm
It
asking,
is.
maybe these are dumb questions. I just don't know.
These are all typical
Yeah.
questions, yeah.
Okay.
So it's normally it's 6 to 8 weeks between your sessions.
Okay.
Okay. I always push eight to 10.
Yeah, for healing purposes, I'm
healing
assuming.
purposes, and you get a better session every time you go.
Okay.
If it's 4 to 6,
Yeah.
mostly the 4 weeks when clients are really wanting their tattoo gone.
Yeah.
I don't like to push it because you're doing a lot of damage to your skin. Because you think about it, getting tattooed, getting lasered, it is trauma, it is stress on your skin. So
Yeah.
giving your skin time to heal,
Okay.
you're gonna get better sessions, and it's gonna be easier on your skin as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
But yes, 6 to 8. I always
Sessions.
again between sessions
Yeah.
to heal. Yeah.
So you're
How
looking
many?
at yeah.
That would
I'm
be
trying.
your-
Yeah, that's my next question.
How many sessions?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question because there's so many things to look at. So
Yeah.
the closer to your heart,
Okay.
the faster it's gonna go. So your immune system gets rid of it. I don't get rid of the ink. Your body, your immune system gets rid of it.
Okay.
So I shatter that ink particle with my laser.
Okay.
in your dermis. I shatter that.
Mm-hmm.
And then your white blood cells come in like Pac-Man, and
Okay.
they're going to gobble it up, and you're going to
Flush it out.
flush it out.
Fascinating. You obviously knew this already. He knows so much stuff. Like, I know nothing.
Just
So-
random stuff.
Yeah, really. So it's your body that's
You get rid of it, yeah.
wow.
Yeah. So depending on how healthy of an individual you are,
Yeah.
if you're a heavy smoker, heavy drinker, or a drug
Right.
abuser, it's going
Yeah.
to take longer to
Okay.
get rid of.
Interesting.
Whereas, you don't have to go to the gym 24/7 to have this ink go. But
That's right.
depending on your immune system and how much water you drink, water does play a big role in this as well,
Okay.
because that helps flush out the ink particles.
Wow.
But yeah.
So on the flip side, and Tanner, you might be able to jump in on this conversation too. If you have a tattoo, because I like drink an insane amount of water.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a tattoo and you drink lots of water, is that not good for your tattoo?
Well, see, it's a foreign object in our body anyways to begin with.
Yeah.
So our body is trying to get rid of it the minute it's in.
Really?
So that's why tattoos fade,
Fade.
and break
Yes,
down
yes,
over
yes.
time.
That's why you also use things like second skin. So you put like a layer of special like medicated wrap on your leg.
Right.
Because at the beginning, when the tattoo is being pushed out the most, and you have that skin on, it'll help solidify that ink in your body and keep your tattoo brighter.
Okay. And that's like with one of our sponsors, Carrie from Patchouli Rose. She has that cream that you put on that helps with it.
Yeah, you're supposed to put cream on your tattoo for like the rest of time, but
Yeah.
nobody ever does
Nobody
it.
does, no.
No, like my tattoo artist, every time I see him, he gets mad at me. He's like, "You still lotioning that thing?" I'm like, "It's been 4 years, dude." He's like, "You should still be lotioning that."
Yeah.
Yeah, I should.
I'm just going to say it. Caucasian people, if you were colored, you'd be putting lotion on every day and you'd be good. Just saying.
I put lotion on enough.
Yeah.
I would debate my skin's probably just as soft as yours.
Not a chance.
All right, whatever you say.
Okay. But that is fascinating. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I have known about tattoo removal for years now. Like, it's not new, but I have to assume technology has drastically improved from when I heard about it like 10 years ago.
Yes.
So are there different type of lasers that you're using? Are there different pieces of equipment? Like, or is it just like one steady Eddie, this is the piece of equipment and this works the best?
Well, there are multiple lasers that you can purchase.
Okay.
Anything from just a regular Q-switch laser,
Mhm.
which is a Q-switch. I always say Q-switch is the older technology.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's better when you're trying to break up the darker, denser ink.
Okay.
The black tribal work era.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be a good tattoo, or even line work where it's really deep and dense.
Mm-hmm.
You want to start with a Q-switch for at least the first few sessions.
Okay.
That helps break up that denser ink way better.
Okay.
And then a Pico. Pico's the newest technology on the market,
Yeah.
and that's going to blast away those superficial older tattoos, or when you're done breaking it up, the ink with the Q-switch, then you smash it with the Pico.
Okay.
Yeah. Now most lasers are either one or the other. Mine's dual, so I have both Q-switch and Pico.
Okay.
And then with the wavelengths to take care of all the colors, like black ink to red and green and yellow, I have all the wavelengths to take care of all those colors as well. Whereas some lasers will only have the 1064, which just targets the black
Right.
black pigment,
Yeah.
or the 532 with red and yellows and oranges and stuff.
Interesting.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Tanner shook his phone, so that means he is ready with his questions for the Max 80 Minute. But before we jump into that, we're going to throw to an ad from Carrie from Patchouli Rose. Carrie, take it away.
Hi, it's Carrie with Patchouli Rose Herbal Apothecary. I know our summer is coming quickly to an end. And during the summer, we always think of applying our sunscreen, but sunscreen is a product that we should be using every day of the year to protect our skin against harmful UVA and UVB rays, also against premature aging. I have a product called Dandelion Harvest, which is moisturizing, anti-inflammatory, and is great for anti-aging. You can use this every day of the year, and it's very moisturizing. If you want to check this product and any of my other products out, please go to patchoulirose.com.
And we're back. Carrie, thank you very much for your ongoing support. Do appreciate it. Tanner, hit her with the Max 80 Minute.
Alrighty, question number 1 for you today. What is the weirdest tattoo you've had to remove?
That was my next question. Okay.
Beat you to it.
You did. You really did.
Where? Like, where is it located?
No,
or
what?
What?
Like, what was the tattoo of?
Oh.
That you can tell us, obviously.
Oh. See, I can't tell you that.
Okay. No, that's fair enough.
I can't tell you that.
Okay.
Because then that would be pinned that if my client were to listen to this.
Yeah.
Right?
But there's no evidence. It's not like anybody can tie the tattoo to them. It's gone.
Well, maybe we're working on it.
Okay. All right. Hey, listen.
Question number 2.
Okay.
What is your favorite item you've had to weld?
Ooh. I would have to say, when I first began my apprenticeship back in Nova Scotia, the very first project I had to do was weld a hull of a ship. So we got subcontracted. I worked for a container ship company,
Okay.
and we did a lot of side work for the shipyards, Halifax shipyards. And one of the biggest projects that I got to work on for my very first time was welding a hull of a ship together.
Wow.
That's
That's
cool, yeah.
cool. No doubt.
Question number 3. What was your favorite movie to watch as a child growing up?
Oh, Labyrinth.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question number 4. If you were to get another tattoo, what would it be?
Ooh. I always talked about getting a sleeve done. But, and then probably I'm right into Buddhas
Yeah.
and inner peace and love. So it would be something to do with Buddhas and whatnot. Probably
Okay.
on my arm, yeah.
And your final question. What is one activity Fort McMurray puts on that you enjoy taking part in the most?
Oh, the Festival of the Trees, for sure. Yeah, love that.
And those have been your 5 questions.
Perfect.
Where is the most interesting place that you've had to remove a tattoo? Because
I think that answers the question enough
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
okay, there you go. The laugh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
on a female.
Really?
Yeah. Very unique.
Jesus.
Very painful.
She handled it well.
Well,
Yeah.
to get it in the first place, you have to.
Yeah.
You know?
She handled it well. She was my true rock star.
Well, women are tougher than men.
Oh,
We're
they-
babies. We're babies.
Baby.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. Well, I'm the biggest baby.
Yeah.
So, what part of Nova Scotia?
Stewiacke, Nova Scotia.
Where exactly is? I've spent a lot of time in Nova Scotia. Where exactly is that? What are you close to?
Well, on off the highway, it says halfway between the North Pole and the equator. So
Okay.
where the Mastodon Ridge is,
Okay.
yeah, everybody usually knows that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So country, dairy farms, a lot of dairy farms.
And so, what brought you and how? Well, obviously, East Coast, everybody hears about Fort McMurray. But like, what brought you actually to Fort McMurray? Like, how did you figure this was the place to be? Because it sounds like you were doing welding back home too. So
I was welding back home, but I wasn't getting ahead.
right.
As most
Yeah.
of us, find
Yeah.
out, home is home, and home will always be home.
Yeah.
But I wasn't getting ahead. I
Right.
felt like I would get ahead a few steps forward, and then
Yeah.
something would happen or something would break, and then it was like 10, 12 steps back. So
That's right.
I wanted a retirement plan. I wanted more out of life.
Yeah.
And everyone always encouraged me to go to Fort McMurray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I've got a million more questions, but Tanner tapped his watch, so that means we're out of time. I know. I told you it was going to go by fast.
Wow.
So before I cut you loose, though, everybody gets a shameless shout out or plug. So you have the mic, the camera, the lights. Have fun.
Okay. So I just recently launched a new laser in my studio. It's called Ave Clear. It's 3 treatments. Say goodbye to acne for good. Now, this clinical trials over the whole pandemic with Ave Clear, Cutera obviously didn't want to release this laser because they would have lost out on such an amazing piece of technology. And we have it in Fort McMurray because it is very exclusive in Canada. So if you have acne, ages 10, 12 through adolescence, all the way up to 60, if you have acne, I can get rid of it with no downtime and no side effects.
Cool. Well, then there we go. Awesome. Well, for McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world, that's been another episode of the Mac City Morning Show. Big shout out to our title sponsor, Noral Toyota. Thank you so much for your ongoing support, as well as Carrie from Patchouli Rose. I hope everybody at home is having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.